for any loss arising from any person or body relying on any statement, discussion, recommendation or decision made during this meeting. Where an application for an approval, a licence or the like is considered or determined during this meeting, the City warns that neither the applicant nor any other person or body should rely upon that decision or determination until written notice of either an approval and the conditions which relate to it or the refusal of the application has been issued by the City. Attendances and apologies. Are there any, Mr. CEO?
We haven't had any officially, Mr. Mayor, but just noting that Councillor Lucas and Councillor McNamara are not in on the meeting.
Thank you. Any other apologies? No. Declarations of financial, proximity interest and interest affecting impartiality. Do we have any?
No, I haven't received any, Mr. Mayor.
Any staff or councillors wish to make a declaration of any kind?
I have a question. If I'm on the LEMC committee, do I need to declare an interest?
No.
No.
Okay. We have no public, so therefore is no public question time. That brings to 6 members' questions. Any members wishing to ask a question, if you could indicate with your raise hand button.
Sorry, Councillor.
Councillor Henderson.
Okay, Councillor Henderson, if you could just unmute and I'll take your question.
No, it was actually prior to this point. It's about declarations in terms of my sitting as a councillor, and I'm also a candidate for the state election coming up. And I just want to make it clear to councillors that that situation exists and in terms of impartiality.
Thank you, Councillor Henderson. If you could just remute your microphone. Any further questions from members? Okay, and that brings us to announcements by the Mayor. Thank you, councillors, for attending this special meeting of council. Due to the public health emergency and the state of emergency which exists in WA and the current lockdown in Perth metropolitan area, this meeting is held by electronic means without public attendance. This meeting is unable to be live streamed, but the City is currently recording the meeting and will make that available on our website. As previously advised, the Premier, Mark McGowan, has announced bushfire relief payments for those severely impacted by the fires and suggested that the most efficient way to administer the grant funding is through each affected local government. The expenditure would be then recouped from the grant funding provided by the Department of Premier and Cabinet. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss and resolve the facilitation of the bushfire relief payments by the City of Swan commencing Monday, 8th of February 2021. Councillor Henderson has made a declaration under the City's caretaker provisions policy, and we thank him for that. Councillors, I assume that you have all read the item before you. Are there any questions? If not, I'll ask a mover of the recommendation. No question. Okay. Councillor Jones, you have a question?
No, I said I would move it.
Okay, I have a mover. Who was the mover?
Councillor Lucas.
A mover in Councillor Lucas. Do I have a seconder? I have Councillor Jones. Is anyone against? If no one against, I declare that carried. Thank you, councillors. We have an absolute majority. On that note, councillors, there'll be no further business. I declare the special meeting closed. Thank you for your attendance.